Thank you for joining us today. We are BridgeDefi, and we have a very special collaborative partner, Ark4, with us today. If you are new to BridgeDefi, welcome. We are so glad that you are here, and we're very excited to tell you all about what we have for you today. I want to introduce you to a couple members of our team real quick. We've got Chris Dugan. He is our marketing and sales director, and has worked very, very closely with the Ark4 team to make today a reality, along with Malcolm Dare. He is our CEO and managing director of BridgeDefi. We've got Airfire, who is our director of communications, amongst so many other hats that he wears. And he is here today helping just to make sure everything goes smoothly. And then we have Jarvis, who is one of our very valued and amazing mods here at BridgeDefi. I'm sure that if you've been in our channels at all, you've had the opportunity to meet him and Player One and the Obvious, and we're so very, very blessed to have them be a part of our team. But we are all here today for something very exciting, to really announce the official launching of Ark4 on BridgeDeck. And for those of you that aren't familiar with what BridgeDeck is, it is our very first platform that we at BridgeDefi have developed and created and collaborated with some pretty amazing people in the industry to bring to you. And in short, it is an NFT-powered, community-driven business solutions platform. But if I break that down a little bit, we chose NFTs to kind of power our entire ecosystem and our universe here at BridgeDefi for a reason, because they're accessible, they have vast utility that I think we haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg on. We're going to see so many different ways that we can utilize these in the future, and I can't wait to see what people come up with. And they're virtually a lot more secure when it comes to variations and market fluctuations and stuff like that. But the cool thing about BridgeDeck is it is a business solutions platform. And we've had the opportunity to take innovative, creative minds, people that have either existing businesses, or if you have a great idea for a business, we want to be able to come alongside you and really showcase that for you and give you an opportunity to reach a whole new clientele, and utilizing DeFi and the blockchain and everything like that to bring that kind of versatility to your project and the transparency along that the blockchain offers. And so we developed BridgeDeck for just that. And so one of our very first BridgeDeck clients that we've brought on and we've partnered with is Ark4, and they are changing, not only making the real world a greener and better place, but they're also creating a movement to bring awareness to DeFi, showing what it can do, and then utilizing real world sustainable renewable energy possibilities in order to mine Bitcoin. So I'll let them tell you a little bit more about that here in just a couple minutes, but it is my true honor to introduce the Ark4 team today. We have Sean Ackerman, or AC as we call him, Sean Conde, or Sean C, and Justin Burrows, who are a part of that core team at Ark. And I'd like to pass it over to AC right now if you'd like to go into a little bit more detail about your team and what your vision is for this project.
Good evening, everybody. It's a real pleasure to be here, and thank you for letting us join you. I'd like to say hi to everybody, and hope everybody is well. For us, it's good evening. For you guys, it's good morning, or middle of the day for that matter. But it's a real honor to be here. Ark4 is very simply at the moment the three members that are part of this call. There is actually a larger sort of team and group of us that have gotten to this place that has made all of this a possibility. But what I'd like to say is the short nuts and bolts, and Zana, I feel a little dwarfed in comparison to the way you spoke and sort of articulated everything. Which was
kind.
absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. The nuts and the
My
bolts
honor.
is There is Sean Conde. He's sort of our architect and our runaway mind in some cases, and in some cases not. But a lot of ideas that are on this table today have come out of his mouth. And I would then say there's myself and Justin Burrows. We are also his sounding board, but to give you a little bit of history, myself and Sean have sort of been in the crypto space for equally as long as each other, and we speak at least 3 to 4 times a day. Justin Burrows and I have a very long history, and we've spent a large amount of time getting to the point where we're sort of all fathers, we family members, and we've looked at our children and gone, what is in it for their future? And because we're all passionate about the crypto space, we've gone, what is in it for our children's future and how do you change things? And the first sort of front of mind thing that came to our heads was power. We all need power. We don't exist without power. Right now, we are, you're sitting in front of a machine that exists because of power. So what we realized, the marriage between the blockchain and energy. So essentially what Ark4 is the BTC mining company or the energy company that you own. And what I mean by you own is we utilizing exactly what you've mentioned, the utility of NFT to actually build an energy company and thereby start mining Bitcoin, but translating that into energy and also translating that into revenue for our investors. So our mechanism is BTC mining, but in no way the only thing that we would ever focus on, because the simplicity of it is we're a company that believes in the future of this planet. And so what we're trying to do is consistently try and do things that can change that and add to that in the long term by adding on more mechanisms as we go along. So that's kind of the long and short. I'm not going to call anybody a CEO or a managing director of anything or a marketing director, because right now we all do everything. We are a jack of all trades company, and we get involved in every single thing ourselves. And the more people that we bring along and the more people that climb on board, the more assistance we can have, and the better we can do, and the more change we can effect.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. And it's got to be such a breath of fresh air to have such a talented team to be able to rely upon and lean on. I happen to agree with you. You guys are fantastic, and we've really enjoyed collaborating with you on this. I believe Sean C., did you want to come up here? Did you have something you wanted to add with regards to kind of your vision at Ark4 and what you're doing with the company? You're muted, by the way.
Sure. Thanks, Anna. Shoni, thanks for the introduction. We've been on a few AMAs. I think this is the second one with Bridge. And we've actually kind of started to have conversations. And, Ark4 is basically BTC-powered energy company you own. And it's quite amazing when we break it down and through a whole lot of the conversations that we've had. People they pick up on the BTC mining. And even, non-crypto, crypto worlds, people have heard of BTC mining. Some know what it is, some don't. Effectively, we consuming energy to process transactions, and we earn revenue on the back of it. That is BTC mining. So a revenue generating operation. So that's what we have. It's well known. It's happening all over the world. Then we move on to the energy company you own. You say, well, okay, there's an obvious link. There's an energy company, BTC miners, they consume energy. Energy is getting expensive. It's becoming more difficult, and renewables is the way to go. And you kind of look at it and say, well, that's fine. The governments all over the world, I mean, they're going renewables. It's tick box, tick box. However, when you look at it, governments are outsourcing it to the corporates, uh, big industry out there saying, guys, you deal with this renewable and supply us with energy. And essentially what's happening is those, energy, if you look at it, it's actually FMCG. It's like Coca-Cola, it's like spring water. We consume it, we bitch every now and again, the price goes up, and that's it, and we carry on consuming it. And by consuming it, all we're doing is putting that money back into large corporates again. So the energy company you own is about how do we have a vested interest in energy, and this is a solution. So that's that. The BTC the BTC powered energy company you own.
I love that tagline too, the BTC company that you own, because sometimes that's like a pipe dream. Like people hear about that in the real world, and even those of us that have been in DeFi for a little while, the complexities that go into thinking about like, okay, the equipment and the power required in order to even mine Bitcoin, there's a lot of research and everything that goes into that. And you're now taking that dream and you're making it a reality for people, and then doing something really great after with that too. So that's fantastic. Kudos to you guys.
If I may interject there,
Please.
Donna, I just quickly want to say something, and going on your opening statement and the uses of NFTs and the power of the blockchain. I think it's something that came up in our previous AMA. Is a large amount of, how can I say, people are disillusioned in the world with regards to the power of what the blockchain can do. And the important part of what Ark4 represents is taking the blockchain and actually turning it into in real life project that actually showcases how you can utilize the chain in order to actually do something that actually makes a difference in the real world.
Yes. Yes. And that's where we're at, kind of carving that pathway in right now, is helping people realize that crypto and the blockchain and DeFi is so real world accessible, and there's so much that we can do with it. And thank you for partnering with us and being pioneers in that. We love we love collaborating with people and meeting people that share our passion for DeFi and all that it can do. It's wonderful, fantastic. Well, do you want to take the moment to let everybody know a little bit more about what you have to offer today? We've got something super special for our foundation members as clients on our BridgeDeck platform. We're always, like we said before, we're always pushing for you guys, and we're constantly looking for different ways that we can give back and say thank you and reward our foundation members. And each person that we have that we're blessed enough to have on our BridgeDeck platform, we always have the conversation with them and say, we have a wonderful community and we'd like to do something for them. And most of the time, they're more than willing to do that. And Ark4 has met that with such a wonderful, fantastic opportunity for our foundation members. Did you want to go into that right now, or do we want to talk about some other stuff first?
That's on it. So what we've done, our launch price is $2.99 as our official launch price. But what we've done with Bridge for the foundation holders is we're releasing the first 199 NFTs at $1.99.
I wish that I had like the applause. We're all on mute. We can't hear that, but that's incredible. That's like 33% off of an amazing thing. I don't know. That's incredible when it comes to pre-sales, private sales, anything like that. Offering a third of the price. off for that. Thank you guys so much. If I may speak
Yeah,
for
Zana, I mean,
for the entire foundation
you
and
know,
BridgeDefi team.
Bridge is a tight growing community. It's got the same ethos as Ark4. It's about the long term and the future, and it's about building on that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and we appreciate that. So I want to take a moment now to talk about our foundation NFT, just real quick for those of you that may not be familiar with it. And it's quite an amazing offer. In addition to being able to get in and get that special pricing for a limited time here with our Ark4 friends, the Foundation NFT has so many benefits and rewards. And I'd like to invite our Managing Director, Malcolm Dare. If you are there and willing, would you give us kind of a quick little overview of the Foundation NFT?
Yeah, sure. So, hi everybody, and thanks for being here, and thanks for Ark4 for being here, and this generous offer that they've given to our foundation members. And the foundation is basically a membership group that is that you need to own one of the foundation NFTs to be a member of. And we're utilizing the foundation to it's almost like a focus group where we um, use the group to give us direction on where we're going to, and they test out our products, or we give them first option on them. And for that, we give a revenue share back. We put a portion, a 12% portion of our revenue that we generate to pay the foundation members. And then we have all sorts of other offers that we have that will keep on going throughout the lifetime of the foundation. And there'll be offers much like what's come from Ark4. And we have other offers as well. If you go and read up on our foundation page on our website, we've got other offers as well that are on the table that people can take advantage of. So it's basically the foundation membership is a community where people within crypto have a safe place to discuss crypto, talk about what's going on in the world, and then at the same time get the advantage of the different benefits that we have. So the initial price of a foundation NFT is $250. And with that $250, if you look at what Ark4 is offering here, that's already a huge discount on the NFT, and the other offers that we've got. It's actually, the NFT is worth way more than the $250 that we currently offering. We've got some other offers as well that are far more, and then you're going to be earning off the revenue we generate through BridgeDefi and our other projects that we'll be bringing on board down the line. But at the moment, our first project is BridgeDefi. And so that's a little bit about it. And I'd just like to hear a bit more from the guys and exactly how they're going to be offering or managing this whole business that they're putting together from Ark4, and how they're going to be rolling out. Looking forward to hearing that as well.
Thanks, Malcolm. So now that we know a little bit more about Ark4 and your mission, you guys I'd like to know, why do I want to hold an Ark4 NFT? Like, in your own words, can you give me a quick pitch about what's that big selling point and what's the benefit? Other than what we talked about, like being part of that community, being able to be reaping the rewards from Bitcoin mining and doing something nice for the environment, what other sort of things?
Sean, do you want to take this?
Shut that door, please.
You go for it, Tony.
Oh, thanks for the putting me into the hot fire.
You can tell you guys are like true friends in addition to coworkers. He trusts you and loves you and knows you're going to do a great job.
Zana, you kind of covered a lot of bases in your question with regards to doing good for the planet. But in the end of the day, let's not forget that the reason we want one of these NFTs is the fact, firstly, it's being given at such a reduced price. Not only that, is remember there's three benefits that come from owning this NFT. Firstly, the NFT is going to gain value. Secondly, you're going to earn an annual revenue from the NFT. And thirdly, we're going to continually throw back all of the sort of other internal, once we gather the funds, we're constantly going to be doing research and development into furthering other research into renewable energy sources. So it's not just, for instance, solar and wind. Long term, we'll have a look at hydro. And there's a whole bunch of other cards on under our sleeves that we already have and that we're already working on. So from our perspective, it's for us, as Sean said, it's the long game. It's not just like everybody sees NFTs at the moment. We had it in our first AMA. We covered a very simple topic where people think crypto is junk. People think NFTs are a fly-by-night. And nobody actually realizes the power of the NFT, and nobody actually realizes the power of crypto. So from a blockchain perspective, it really does hold the power to change a lot of systems that are currently in the world. And by doing that, that is the purpose of Ark4 in my mind, and the ethos is to constantly be giving back. So, this company is not just born, from my perspective, from Sean's perspective and Justin's perspective, it is not just born out of greed. Yes, we obviously need to earn a living, but on the same token, we created this project for a very simple reason, because for future generations, something needs to change in this planet. And the thinking needs to change on how we go forward. Or else we're not going to get anywhere, because then there's going to be no future for our children. And the blockchain became part of that solution for us. And it became the mechanism in which way we could utilize the blockchain to go into real life and actually start creating a twofold process. One of those twofold processes, yes, we are using Bitcoin mining to fuel the beast, if you want to put it that way. But it's providing us with a mechanism to throw back into the problem, and the problem is creating a better future.
Love it. That is amazing. Not only do you see the problem, but you're also coming up with solutions of how to fix it. And that to me is like leadership and role modeling at its finest. We feel the same way. Like, that's why we built BridgeDefi, is we're investors too. And we were like, why does crypto get such a bad rep? We're going to change that. We're going to elevate the bar. We're going to raise the bar and be that place that people want to go and know that things that we're promoting and things that we are partnering with are good. They're solid investments. And Sean, you also made a good point that it's the long-term game, and so many people in crypto are so short attention span.
Yeah, it's in and out. It's in and out. So the guys are coming in, they're flipping coins, and it's they're utilizing it the same way that people would have used financial markets and still do today. So your day traders and stuff like that, and that's exactly the opposite of what the blockchain represents. It is a beautiful mechanism for a long-term solution to actually create a proper democratic situation where your investors and your partners actually have a say in your future.
Exactly. I think once we can take that opportunity, we can change that mindset, the sky's the limit.
Sebs, could I jump in quickly here? I've got a question or just something I'd like to ask the guys.
Please, yeah.
So one thing that I've just been chatting to you that I really like about what you guys are doing is that it's not all talk and things, is that you guys have actually got started and you've got proof of work already at this stage before going ahead. Could you tell us a little bit about what you have already and what you've got in place?
interesting question. And Mark, as you know, um, it's a little bit of a grey area because we have got a lot of cards up our sleeves, as I said earlier, and not to allude too much, but our entire marketing campaign is about taking all of our investors along for the journey. And with regards to that, is our plan is every single step of the way, and that's actually going to be released this week already. You guys will have a look and see how far we are, and how far we've gotten already. And by that, we then the pressure's on us because at that stage now we committed. It's your IRL journey begins, and all of a sudden we are actually in a place where our investors, everybody that's watching, is going to see this project being built from the ground up, and there's not going to be a moment that we're not going to share with you guys. So that is 100% part of our ethos. Is we just believe that there's nothing that stands out in this world that somebody is a doer or they're a talker.
Yeah, very much so. And I think that's the big thing. And by putting your neck out and saying, we're actually going to show you what we're doing, and we're going to go through the process, I think is a big thing, because that means everybody can follow it and follow the journey and see what's happening, which is really great. And I think having that sort of eye on the project as an investor, knowing what's going on, is going to make all the difference, because it's really great that.
Yeah, I think it's important because there's two people in the world. There's people that do and there's people that talk. So our intention is to be the prior and basically just go, cool, this is where we are. You will be able to see the footage from day one. And a lot of that footage has already been created. We've just been waiting for the right moment to release it.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Well, we've had some good questions on the side here, and I think this is a nice time to kind of segue in. Now that we've heard all this wonderful stuff about it and what you guys are doing, how can we get involved? How can someone buy an Ark NFT? Will you talk me through the logistics of what that looks like?
Now I'm going to put the ball in Sean's court, which I fantastically am enjoying so much.
It's being spiked back, Sean.
No, it doesn't. I was gonna toss it at Malcolm.
Just kidding, Malcolm. I'll do anything, but it might not come out right.
Now we're just playing volleyball here.
Yeah, no. So at the moment, we're minting it direct off the Ark4 website. I don't know if the guys have got it. I mean, if you want to post the links, you can actually post them. That's a direct mint of ours. It's a special page just for the foundation NFT holders. So it will ask you to check. So just make sure your foundation NFT is in that wallet. And as I said, purely for the foundation holders. Malcolm, I can't remember our date we said. I think it was 10 days from now, but then we had Easter in the middle, which threw a bit of a spanner. So I'm not sure what the end date of that is.
I need to check.
Yeah, double check on that. I think we're just
try it. How many? I know it feels like a week of Easter.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I think we had said somewhere around the 2-week range, but we'll get you official details on that. Oh. So just for our community members and anybody listening to this recording here, we're going to be sharing out a link specifically to our foundation members and anybody who's interested in becoming a foundation member, but you will need to have a BridgeDefi foundation NFT in your wallet. You'll access the link, you'll go onto their site, but you won't be able to purchase any of the Ark NFTs at this stage unless you connect your wallet and show that foundation NFT in there. And then once you do, you're VIP whitelisted in, and then you can purchase as many of the Ark4 NFTs. Is there a limit, Sean? Are you limiting the
Yeah,
foundation members as far as how many they can
it's
purchase?
five NFTs per one per transaction.
Okay, so per transaction they can only do
And
five.
sorry, just to add a point there. What we've actually done with our mint, and this is the reason that it's actually not running off the Bridge Deck page in part, is on our back end, it's you can purchase NFTs through either your normal MetaMask, whichever wallet you're using, Norway, or through the credit card gateway. And what's great about the credit card gateway is even if there are non-crypto users or even crypto users that don't really use wallets, they can actually mint via credit card to their email address when they're ready, set up an actual wallet. So that's part of the reason why
Fantastic.
we release it direct.
Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. And you guys are on the Ethereum chain, correct?
Correct.
Yep. So we are working right now because most of Bridge DeFi stuff we've started on the BSC or the Binance Smart Chain, but we are in the process for the near future where we will have multiple chains and Ethereum being one of them. But we are working very closely with our development team and Darrow has been working with them and finalizing. We've got their project page all up and ready on BridgeDeck, but we're finalizing that last little connection where our mint link will take you to their site and they're on Ethereum. So making sure that all that stuff goes as planned, and it's looking pretty good. We just have to have a little bit of more testing in place just to make sure that we don't encounter any sort of difficulties for our community members, our foundation members, anybody like that. So with that being said, we will be releasing that link specifically to the Ark4 page where the foundation members will be able to mint. But we want to make sure that people are being safe and they are only getting that link from us. So Malcolm, do you want to talk a little bit about how people will know that it's coming from us and where they're going to go within our communities and our channels to ensure that they've got that right link and they're not just getting it from someone? And we're not going to DM you with that link. It's going to be in our channels.
Yeah, so we'll post a link in here shortly. I was just looking for it. So I was actually busy going through that there when you were asking that question, Zeb. So I think I think I heard you correctly in what you were saying. Basically, yeah, the link is going to take you directly to the Ark4, the Ark linking minting page, and then once we've got the page sorted out on our side, you'll be able to link directly through to Ark4 on their mint page, but it'll go direct from BridgeDefi to that mint page. So
I posted the link in the channel, Malcolm.
Thanks, Chris. Sorry, yeah, I was looking for that as well. So so at this stage, you'll go straight onto to Ark4's mint page, and it'll show you on that page. There's a little bit about BridgeDefi, and then it shows you where it's looking for your actual foundation NFT that you have on the blockchain, and then you'll be able to mint your Ark NFT on that page, and that's a temporary solution until we've got the direct link sorted out. But with these things and working across chains, and that we need to make sure that we get everything absolutely right. So this system we know is working now until we get the other one up and running. I don't know, Sean C, is there anything else you'd like to add to that?
Hey, I've got a quick question real fast.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how this kind of works, but my Bridge Foundation NFT is on the Binance Smart Chain network. So if you're minting on the Ethereum network, how will that know if I'm going to be on the Ethereum network? My BridgeDefi is not on that network, my NFT. So how is it going to know when I connect my wallet on Ethereum?
Simple answer. It's the same wallet address, just different chain. So we check it on BSC, even though we on Ethereum. So it will ask you perhaps to switch network, and then it'll ask you to switch network back.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you for that question. So you heard it here. we're posting the links in our community channels. So you will see them either in Discord or in Telegram, in the foundation rooms, or on our main channel. And we will be pinning those. So if you get a link from anywhere else, it's not from us. So please make sure that you're coming into our community, finding that link. We'll pin it in the channels. Only the admins can do that, so it's got to be a member of our team, and that will keep it secure so that we make sure that you're getting into the right spot. And it sounds like Foundation NFT members, you can get on there. You can purchase utilizing your funds. You can use an exchange that works on Ethereum. Sean, anybody have any recommendations of dexes or exchanges that you would recommend that work best with Ethereum if people are crossing chains?
Yeah, easy enough. Uniswap and Pancake's also doing BSC now,
Wonderful.
which I think most people know about now.
Very good. Okay, awesome. So yeah, Uniswap or even PancakeSwap will do that. So if you need to exchange or move some money around or anything like that, or the credit card option, which is fantastic, and people who either don't have a Web3 wallet yet can utilize that option, and then once they set one up, they will be able to have that sent to them. Or you can utilize your wallet. Can you put funds, like if I want to connect my wallet but still use a credit card, can I do it that way?
Yeah, you can do it through the credit card gateway as well. So you can put your wallet address in or your email address, as I said earlier. It will come direct to your wallet.
Okay, awesome, very good. Well, I know you were working very closely with Chris within the last couple of days, really mapping out like projected returns and everything for our Ark4 members and the foundation members who are investing with you guys. Would you like to kind of go into a little bit more detail about what that return on investment is going to look like?
Sure, Zana. So, as Sean Ackerman did discuss, he was talking about feeding the engine. So what we've done with our revenues and our projections on those revenues is we automatically allocate back to our community wallet while we're building out. So, and it's an aggressive build out, especially in year one, and then we'll carry on a smoother pace. So the projected percentage payout for year one is between 8 and 12%. I think our number actually on the website said 6 and 12. Going through to year two at 22% and year three at 46%. Which gives pretty good returns. If you're buying 3 NFTs at $199, your first year returns are $72, moving up to year 4 of $394, which is giving you just shy of a $900 return. And of course, you're not forgetting about the value of the NFT. But when I say those numbers as well, you must remember we're in this for the long term as well. So these numbers are growing from our base, and we'll see how we can try and beat those targets.
Sean, just a quick question on that. What sort of, I was looking at them the other day, you worked on a very low base on Bitcoin, the price that you've worked that out on. That should adjust if Bitcoin goes up, which it has. I mean, it's almost double, I think, what you were working on.
Yeah, that's correct. And we looked at it and said, no, when we were finalizing and designing our models, we're sitting at 17.5, and it's a good number because it's it's way below the rest of the mining community's thresholds. So we're quite open saying, you know what? Well, yes, Bitcoin is going to go up. So the numbers are going to go up, but these are the numbers we're going to stick with. So yes, definitely at the moment, potential great upside.
Yeah, so I just wanted to point out that it's a very conservative number that you're working on there.
Bitcoin hit 30,000 last night, so.
I saw that. A couple other things followed suit. We're in the same boat as you. We love to use the phrase under promise, over deliver. And I think your projections are just that. They're conservative, which is going to be a very nice surprise for those lucky few that are able to take advantage of this opportunity.
Yeah, and as the other Sean said, it's IRL. Kind of we're there every step of the way. That's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
We can actually marry crypto and real life in this kind of physical company.
Yep.
Yeah, you're actually generating something of real value, which is
Yes.
what it's all about. Which
Yes.
I love. What I love about it.
Yes. Well, I think that's about it that I wanted to talk about today. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to bring up?
Zana, I'd actually just like to introduce Justin Burrows because he's been very quiet and hiding away from us, and
You're
he is a
right.
team member. And I'd actually like to throw him into the pot and tell him to say hi.
Come on up, Justin. Say hi.
Thanks, Shawnee. Appreciate that. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much to BridgeDefi for collaborating with us. We really appreciate you guys. I think just from my side, and I'm not going to make this technical or anything like that. I'm just going to speak from the heart. One thing that you can be absolutely guaranteed with myself and both Sean's and Ark4 is that we are 100% and beyond passionate about what we do, about making a real difference, taking real action. And not only that, but the sky's the limit for us. I mean, we are only too happy to collaborate with like-minded individuals, like we're doing with the amazing folk here at BridgeDefi, and hopefully with all of you out there as well, to make a real difference and to actually take action. The one thing that I find that is so commonplace in this world today is everybody is so happy to bitch and moan about everything that's wrong with the world, with their lives, but I really don't see too many people taking real physical action and making a difference. And this blend of in real life and technology and crypto is rather unique. And watch the space, because big things are going to happen.
Well said. Thank you. Pave the way. Leave breadcrumbs. All right, wonderful. Well, thank you again.
This is the way, Zebs. This is
It
the way.
is. This is the way.
Or sweets for the millennials.
Yes. Very, very, very well. All right, well, thank you all so much for joining us today, and thank you to the Ark4 team for being here and saying hi and really telling us all about their project and how they're changing the world and changing DeFi. It is such an honor and a blessing to be able to work with you guys. And for everybody who joined in, thanks for coming. Malcolm or Chris, anybody else from BridgeDefi, would you guys like to give us any closing remarks?
Yeah, if
I
anybody's.
I just like to see if anybody has any questions.
Oh yeah.
I was about to say the same thing as well.
Oh, I forgot that part. I'm just so used to people having on. So yes, and you've been utilizing the chat. So those of you that have asked your questions in the chat, I hope that I have answered those for you or asked those for you. Does anybody else have any questions or any other questions? We'd love to connect with you, even if you just have a comment or some feedback for us.
I think we're dealing with some shy individuals again, Zana.
Perhaps. It is over here in the States, it's anywhere from like 11 something to like 2:33, so they may be tuning in discreetly from work. And we appreciate that if you are.
I totally get that, yes, and I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I say this all the time, but it's not a speak now or forever hold your peace moment with BridgeDefi. We are here and we are very happy to have you as part of our community. So if you listen to this later, or if you were here today and could not speak or write into the chat and you have a question that comes up, please be sure to drop us a line. We are around, we are available, and we are more than willing to help answer questions and connect with you.
I'd also like to reiterate from an Ark4 side, we're also an open book company, and our entire intention is to always be available. And if anybody has anything to ask us or any kind of questions, we are more than happy to help.
Thanks, AC. Okay, Malcolm, would you like to say anything to close us out?
Hey, I've got one
Yeah.
question. Do you have a Telegram chat yet? And that might have been discussed, but I got in a little bit late on the call.
No, Shannon, thank you. Good question. AC or Chauncey?
Yeah.
Hey, Shannon, good to hear from you again. Sorry, Sean, you can carry on.
Appreciate it.
Shannon, yeah, the Telegram channel is up and running. It's on our website. We'll post it at some point in the Bridge chat. But we'll be hanging out in the Bridge disco for a while we're running the community specials. So we'll be in and out of there most of the time as well.
But yes, all our social media channels are up and running, Shannon. So we've got on Twitter, you can communicate with us. We have Telegram groups, and so everything is up and functional.
Great, because I'm sure I'll have some other questions. I'll be talking this about people, and I don't know a whole lot about the renewable energy and all about the mechanics of it. So I'll definitely want to get up to speed on the steps and just connect the dots a little bit more when I'm talking to people about it, so I can kind of have that discussion with somebody down the road.
Well, I certainly do appreciate that, Shannon. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're more than happy. As we mentioned during the chat, we are constantly doing new research on new ideas and new projects. And at the moment, in the beginning, it's wind and solar. Hydro a little longer term because it takes a little while to build that infrastructure. And then there's also even research into battery tech and stuff like that.
Awesome. I like that you guys have a plan too and different milestones.
Yeah, we'll be in the Discord and we'll be releasing it there as we go, every step of the way.
Thank you. And we will be posting those. I think Chris is actually doing it right now. So look to our different community channels on Telegram and Discord, and we'll be sure to get those links so that you can connect with the Ark4 team directly if you'd like to. Okay. Malcolm, you want to close us out?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, well, just like to say thanks once again for Ark4 for being here and being part of BridgeDeck and BridgeDefi, and the knowledge you guys bring is amazing. But I think the most important thing that I'd like to say in closing is that the one thing that really excited us about doing what we're doing with BridgeDeck and BridgeDefi was bringing projects that were innovative, that showed that they were going to make a real difference in the world. Projects and showing that the blockchain can actually do something and be something that can make a real difference. And having Ark4 just absolutely shows that, and it shows that in real life you can actually make a real difference utilizing the blockchain, utilizing Bitcoin mining, all these different things. And I think that's the thing that we're looking for in BridgeDeck is to partner with companies like this. And I mean, this is a dream company to partner with because of the innovation, the tech that they're bringing in, and their forward thinking and their work ethic, and the fact that you're going to be able to see everything as it's going along. There's actual proof of work happening. So with all those aspects in mind, I mean, we're really blessed to have a company like Ark4 join us, and I know they will be a force to be reckoned with down the line because of in just dealing with them and talking to them and finding out what they're doing and their knowledge going back to their work ethic, that I know this is going to be a great company down the line. So that's why we're so excited to be working with them.
Thank you, Malcolm. That's really appreciated. That's very, very, very kind of you.
Thank you, Malcolm.
Thanks, Malcolm. And thanks everybody again for joining us. See you later.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Cheers.
thanks everybody for their time.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. We're making a change one volt at a time. Journey with us.
Exactly right. 1 volt at a time. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.